Hello everyone, good evening. Guys, so where are your other teammates? Any idea where they are? Can anyone check in the group? Maybe Bhavesh or Pranav or Ramana. When are the others joining? Because I can only see three of you here. I hope I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, I have checked in the group. Let's see if they join. Sir, if I can I ask if the session was postponed to 7:15 because previously many participants requested what the session would be postponed to 7:15.
Bhavesh, Pranav, Ramana.
Hello.
Hello. Pranav, are you saying anything? I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Hello. Am I audible?
Can anyone hear Pranav?
Sir, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, hello, Ramana.
Yeah, can
You,
you hear me?
Ramana. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, Ramana. What are you saying?
Pranav is saying that he has posted in the group.
Okay. Others are joining.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I can see
Maybe
more
the
people.
other day, when we asked to just because everybody will be in the traveling by 7:15 or so, if we start, it will be beneficial. That is what maybe on the second
Yeah,
day or the first day we have. Uh,
I do understand that, but actually there are other sessions lined up. So this is the only slot we could get in mutual confirmation from IIT as well. Don't worry, what I'll try to do is extend it today a bit if you guys have doubt. And we can always clear the doubts first, like from 6:30 to 6:45, 6:50 types. We can always have clarification of doubts, seeing the solutions of exercises. We'll start with exercises as well from this session. You will get assignments as well. Whatever doubts you have, you guys can ask individually, and then we can begin the actual teaching for 40-45 minutes after that, or after a while. And we can also extend it a bit like 7:35, 7:40. So it's okay. But officially, these are the timings or slots that were available. So I tried for that, but seems like at least for upcoming 2-3 weeks, this is the case. As soon as we get, I think, free slots, we can always reschedule. Always? All right?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, when I tried to install the software,
Yeah.
it is giving some kind of error. It is not, I could not able to install at
Can
all.
you can you tell me what error it is giving exactly? Then I can help you out with that. And what's your OS? Is it Windows or Linux or what? Or Mac OS?
The one which we are trying to deal with, the MySQL or
No, no. What's your operating system that you're trying to install it on? And what is the exact error that you are getting? If you have any screenshots or something like that, you can paste it in the chats. Then I can help you out.
sir, like you said, there are two when we download, we will be having like uh, two options to download. The first one and the second one. You said the second one. Now, when I try to download, it is uh, not been downloaded at all.
Can you share your screen and show? I'll help you out with that.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah. Take me to the download link and show it.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can definitely see your screen. Tell
Sir,
me.
MySQL 8.3 installer community you said, no?
Yeah.
So I have started downloading it. Uh,
It's downloaded already. Okay, click on the install. Yes.
1 minute. So for configuring, it takes much more time, sir.
It shows that your system is slow. Nothing else. I mean, it's not the installer's fault. The system is slow. That's it. It'd be a bit of an older laptop because it does require a fairly powerful machine.
So
Um,
make changes to a device. Yes.
I can't see other things. Make changes to your device. I can only see this one. Okay. Uh, yeah, it's just a case of slow system. Nothing else, Ramana. I mean, it's not
Okay.
faulty installer.
Okay. And then I will see by next class, or I will see if I have any query to whom I should mail. See whatever let us say I have a difficulty in installing this.
Yeah, you can always reach out to your mentors. I mean, Simran, who you know, Simran, your
Yeah,
TA,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, you can reach out to them, no problem. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You can stop sharing your screen.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we have good enough strength. So, guys, can you just quickly get me up to speed or with whatever has been covered so far in SQL in your sessions? Yes, everyone? Anyone, guys? What has been covered in SQL so far in the sessions?
Sir, when it add MySQL choosing a setup type, it should be server or client.
Full.
Okay,
That,
full.
that you need both. That's what we discussed in the first session, right?
Okay. Then execute.
Yep.
Okay, what I did the other day was I only server only or the client only that I have chosen. So that's why maybe I could not able to install.
Yeah, yeah. Now you got it, I hope.
Yeah. It's working. Now it's started installing.
Okay.
And sorry, sir, I don't remember where exactly up to what exactly we have covered because after the first session, second session I could not able to attend. So that's why I'm not aware till what we have uh, completed.
Anyone who can help me with that? Okay, RDBMS ER diagram, relational algebra started with SQL. I'm talking about practicals. What kind of commands have you seen? Have you seen select statements? Tell me yes or no, then we can go on accordingly.
No, sir, not in our practical session. We were seeing
Concept.
how to use command prompt.
No, not here in your session.
Yes, sir, we
First,
have seen that, how to use it in
select.
sections.
Okay, where clause? Where clause?
I think so, yes, sir.
Okay. How about group by?
No, sir.
Okay, no group by yet. So where clause you have seen? Have you guys seen order by with where clause? Yep. Yes or no? Order by?
No, sir.
Okay, so no order by, only till basic where clause. Okay, have you seen and or operators with where clause?
No, sir.
Fine. Ah, cool. Okay. So we will see things like between and or all of these constructs that you can use with the where clause. Okay, all of you have world database in SQL. When you see show databases, when you run that command, do you see the world database?
Need to check, sir.
Check once right now if you're able to see the world database. You guys will all be having world database actually. Okay, let me show you something. First of all of you must have also gotten Workbench at the time of getting this downloading MySQL. Now, couple of things that I want to cover, and this is just a prerequisite. This isn't SQL per se. Okay, so do not be confused. It's a prerequisite. Uh, First is I had asked you to create GitHub account. Remember?
Yes, sir.
So I hope all of you have created accounts on GitHub.
Yes.
Okay, good. So if you have created an account on GitHub, you can log into GitHub and you can go to this repo that I have, a repository. Repo means repository in GitHub. So you can go to this repo and you can star and you can mark this basically. Okay. So you can sign into GitHub. Once you sign into GitHub using your username, that's when it will allow you to star it. Okay. After that, what will happen is you can now access all the resources that I will show you. Any source code, SQL commands that you see in different topics, you can find them here. Like let's say looping statements, set operators, or when we will cover CRUD operations, select query demo, you can see it here. Okay, order by, I will show that to you. You can see all of that. Similarly, when we are going to cover other concepts, you can see all the source code, means the code for that here. Any reading materials will be in resources like any databases that we will be using, the diagrams for the database and the actual database itself. I will be showing you now how you can import database like hr.sql, classic models.sql, all of these databases you can actually import. I will show you how. And then notes, any whiteboards that I will be showing will be here under notes, whiteboards, any slides, any interview question, cheat sheets that you need. A lot of information is here. So you can directly go to this repo and I will keep it updated. And any task that I will give you will be in the discussions. I will give you the link of the task. You can paste your solutions there. Okay. Now, you therefore this repo is very, very important. You can go to this repo, you can star it, you can mark it to keep it for now until the end of these sessions. And one more thing is, yes, I wanted to show you how you can import a database into SQL. So everyone make notes if required or remember this because I'll show it to you one time, but we will be using this a lot. We'll be using 2 or 3 main databases throughout the course. Okay. One database will be HR database, one database will be classic models database, another database will be world database. Okay, so we'll be using these 3 databases a lot. You guys know how to connect to MySQL using Workbench? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Basically, if you go to here database, you can connect to database. Here you have to give the host name. Remember when we had set up the database, I had told you host name means the address of the current system in which the server is present. In your case, the server is present in the same system, that is your own system. So the host name by default will be localhost. Localhost means your own system's IP address. Second thing you need is port number. Remember, if you have changed the port number during installation from 33006 to 3307, as I have instructed, you should have the port number mentioned here as 3307. Okay? Give me a confirmation.
Yes, sir.
And then username. The default username is root. Password, click store in vault and type the password for this username, whatever password you have given. Click OK. Okay. After that, save the password and click on OK. It will create a connection instance like this. And you can then double click on the connection instance and you can log in to your database server. Here I am logged into my database server as you see over here, guys. And you can see the database is present in my server. Try it out, guys, and let me know if you are successful or not. Okay. Try it out, guys. Yes, try it out, guys. You are trying it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, try. So that this is a very, very important step. First, establishing connection. and second is then importing database.
So, sir, I connected, I did this, followed the steps, but I don't see any objects in the schema tab.
Huh. Because you might not have created any database. Don't worry. Okay.
Oh.
We'll have to create a database. You do not even see these three databases, Sakila, Sys, and Vault. Yours is a Mac OS or yours is a Windows?
I'm on Windows.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
3 are available.
Sorry, come again. I didn't hear your database.
Okay.
Your operating.
So yes, last 3 database was available.
That a caveat is those three databases will only be there for Windows system, not for Mac OS or for Linux. So you can just type on Google, download World Database MySQL. Okay. It will give you the world database. Okay. Now it sometimes doesn't give it to you directly. Here, this is the link. Okay. If you're using Mac OS or Linux, I'll paste it in the chats now. You can download it externally, but then you will also need to use import. I will show you that now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Basically, World and Sakila database, both you can download. Even you can download Airport DB. You can download this Menagerie DB. All of these can be downloaded. Okay. For example, how to download these databases? Let me show it to you. So let's say I am going to download this database. Employees.sql. Okay. Employees.sql. This is the database. How do you download any database from anywhere? Specifically, you will find it in GitHub repos only. Okay. So I will open this database. See this, a database is nothing. Okay. A database is nothing but a bunch of SQL commands only um, to create tables, to create databases, all of these. Okay. So I need to, first of all, show you for a simple database. Simple database means, let's say you have, let's take
Hello, sir.
a, yes.
Hi, sir. I just joined now, just reached to home from office. Can I know like what context is going on so that I can just connect very quickly with you?
Connecting to MySQL server using Workbench is what we have seen so far. And now we are seeing importing database using Workbench. Okay.
We have not started with any writing of queries, if I'm not wrong.
No, we haven't started with that.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Got it? Okay, clear. So let's say I'm going to download it to MySQL, then resources, database dumps, Airport DB. Okay, I have downloaded Airport DB. Let me just quickly unzip it. You have to unzip database. Otherwise, you will not be able to import it. You can, in fact, import zipped databases, but for the sake of clarity, whenever you download a database like this, unzip it. Remember, the extension of the file, whether it is .sql, .text, doesn't really matter. If it is a database export file, export means where you have dumped all the data into a file. If it is a database export file, the extension really doesn't matter. So don't worry too much about it. Okay. The extension is really inconsequential. Okay. So I am going to quickly extract the database. Huh. And this one. Yeah, done. So let me show you one more. Now there is a zip database. Let's take a smaller database like yeah. Menagerie database. Zip. Download. You can download any database in that manner. Extract. Ah. Now, there are two kinds of import that I will show you. Okay. Two kinds of import. Can you guys see my workbench? First of all, finding the import option in workbench is also not very easy. So pay attention. Generally, when you open workbench, you are in this view where you see the databases in your server. Okay. You can write queries, you can do a lot of things, you can directly see the tables in a database, all of that. But your import option is in the administration tab. See, you are able to see the two tabs, guys, schemas and administration here. Confirm once.
Yes, sir.
So you are currently on which tab?
Schema tab.
Schemas. We need to go into administration tab. Okay, step number one is to switch to administration tab. Once we do that, step number two will be to select on an option. Which option do you think we should select on? Which option, guys?
Data import.
Correct. Of course. We are going to import something, so data import. Now you see a bunch of options here. By default, you are importing from dump project folder. There is one more option, is you are importing from self-content file. Okay, can anyone guess and tell me what is the difference between the two options? Just random guess and tell. What do you think this means? Why? Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
Asking what you asked, what difference we have to tell?
What is the difference between the two options? Import from dump project folder and import from self-content file. Difference between the two options.
I think the dump folder might be like a DB file and self-contained might be like a DDL.SQL file.
Sir, according to me, this dump project folder can be a kind of repository where multiple, what we can say, collection of these SQL files are there. That complete schema gets like imported. But in second case, only a particular file gets imported which we have created for .SQL. Like
See,
it's my assumption.
yeah, when exporting or creating an export of a database, there are two kinds of exports you can do. I'll show you how. See, this database dumps folder here in my repo will contain all exports of databases. One export is a single file. Like for example, if I open hr.sql, okay, this single file contains the commands to create the tables in the database as well as the commands to insert data into the database. See, both of them in the same file. So this is known as a self-contained file. That means the entire database is exported or represented as a single file. Okay. So in this case, if you are importing from such a file, which option will you select in Workbench? First or the second?
The second one.
Correct.
Second one.
Correct. Another one option is each table in the database can be a separate file and you can have a folder instead. Like see airport DB. You have several files here. The entire database is represented as different files. Okay. Or let's take this Menagerie DB. You have again different files, multiple files. Okay. Different tables are represented as different files. So in that case, which option will you select? Project folder.
The first
Yes.
one, basically.
Got it. Got the difference. Now let's say I want to import Northwind or I want to import hr.sql. Okay, let's say I will import from a self-content file. For the initial parts of our discussion, we will need hr.sql. Where will you find hr.sql? In the repo link that I have shared, you can go to not src resources. Under that db dumps folder is there. You will find hr.sql. Okay, how can you download this? Open this file. See this download raw file option over here, guys. You can copy paste this into a new .sql or .txt file also if you want manual approach. If you don't want to do it manually, you can just download the raw file. It will give you an option to save it as a .sql .txt file. It doesn't matter if its extension in Windows, its extension will become .sql.txt. It really doesn't matter. The extension doesn't matter at all. Even if you have no extension, it is fine. Even if you have .sql extension, it is fine. Even if you have .txt extension only, that is also fine. The extension really doesn't matter for the file. The content is the commands, so that's what matters. So just download it, keep it in your system, then go to Workbench, go to this option under Administration tab, choose Import from Self-Content File, browse over here, go to wherever you have the hr.sql file or hr.txt, whatever it is. Click on Open. Okay, now you have selected the file. Now, just selecting the file is not enough. Okay, why? You will see the option import progress. Okay, in older versions of MySQL Workbench, in newer version, you can see the start import button here. But in older versions, just a heads up, you will not see this button until you choose on import progress. You have to select the file here, go to import progress, and then start import. But in newer versions, it's not a problem actually. You can just directly click on start import. The entire database will be imported. Okay, as soon as you do this. But if you import the database, where do you now see it? You can't see it in administration tab. Where do you have to go? You have to go to schemas tab. But if you just switch to schemas tab, you will not be able to see the database. I have already imported, that's why I'm able to see. You can't see the HR database. Why is that? Because this Workbench is a very bad tool, or you can say dumb tool. So you actually have to click on this small refresh icon here. After importing successfully, click on the refresh icon to see the database. So just to sum it all up for you guys, right? The steps for importing a database are as follows. First of all, step number one would be to download the database export file itself onto your system, file or folder, doesn't matter. Then step number two is to open Workbench, go into administration tab, administration tab. Then step number three is to click on data import / restore. Step number four is to choose the right kind of option, whether it is a folder or a file. Step number five is to select the file itself. Open, browse, and select the file itself. Step number six is to click on start import. Once it is finished successfully, right? Then step number seven is to go back to schemas and click on this refresh icon. Then you will see the database here. So 7-step process. Is it clear? I want you to do this exercise
Yes.
with me now.
Yes, sir.
I have given you the repo link. Okay, I will give you, in fact, the folders link directly where the databases are present. Download hr.sql, okay, and directly download hr.sql and directly import it. I want you to be able to do it successfully, guys, because it's quite important for me that you have the database. Without the database, you can't even do any of the exercises, right? So the database is first and foremost needed. That's how we all can be on the same page. So please have the databases.
Sir, I have a like query regarding SQL Workbench. Like, can I ask right now?
Yeah, you can ask while
Like,
others are doing.
yeah. So the thing is, like, we generally use PHP also for such ID purposes. So, like, sir, on your basis of experience, what should be preferred? Like, again, to talk about my background right now, I'm a front-end developer, but in 15 to 20 days only, I'll be onboarding to backend stuff. So, at initials, as I see in my call like company projects, the PHP MyAdmin is used, and now we are learning right now this Workbench. So, what should I go with, and how should I propose the a different plan of action if needed?
Different plan of action as in?
So like as in PHP is working for them, but if again this SQL workbench serves more good purpose, so we can like I can give a proposal of using this in case of this. So sir, is it more powerful than PHP or what? That's
Not
what
really.
I'm.
The short answer is it doesn't matter. The long answer is a bit more nuanced. First of all, PHP might be used because you are using XAMPP or WAMP, not direct MySQL
Yes,
installation.
correct. XAMPP server.
Yep. That is because earlier, as I told, before version 8 of MySQL, Windows wasn't really built to run MySQL Server. So Windows could not natively run MySQL before version 8, before a lot of porting happened. So you needed a kind of like a third-party tool like XAMPP or WAMP in order to be able to run MySQL. So that's why XAMPP or WAMP was used. And with XAMPP or WAMP, you don't only get MySQL, you get PHP server, you get Apache server, you also get sometimes MariaDB. Okay,
Correct.
so yes, so PHP MyAdmin is nothing but a web-based interface for connecting to the MySQL server present in XAMPP and then using it or accessing it. Okay, since it's a PHP-based server, it is fairly fast and all. It's better than Workbench actually in terms of speed. But since it's a web-based server, it also has its limitations in terms of the capabilities. It will have much lesser capabilities than Workbench. Workbench is a full-fledged GUI, although slower. What I will recommend in your project or in any enterprise grade project is neither Workbench nor PHP MyAdmin. I mean, you can actually work with both. Both
Okay.
work, not a problem.
PHP.
But
Yes.
if in larger scale project, dbeaver
Okay.
is, or there are actually other paid tools also by, I'm forgetting, there is a dedicated company which just creates database tools. Okay, so we use such enterprise grade tools. You can download dbeaver. Community edition has its own like limitations, but it's still good enough for most work. Or dbeaver pro can be taken with a, you can just read the number of supports. It has AI even built in the latest versions. It has like advanced query execution plan and all of that. All additional features which are not provided by MySQL or Workbench, and forget PHP MyAdmin. That's a rudimentary tool anyways. So dbeaver like tool, which are enterprise grade tools, are
Yes.
actually used.
Okay.
Not these are like toys, PHP MyAdmin and Workbench also
Yeah,
to an
maybe
extent.
sir, the project was earlier on PHP and then it migrated to Python. That's why they were into the habit
Uh,
of using PHP. This would be a strong point to say. But yeah, thanks for this insight. I'll keep this in mind and do
uh,
accordingly. Thank you.
Yep. Workbench will be quite laggy if we are dealing with longer database. I mean, it has all the features to be honest, but it's not the fastest of the bunch. I
Yes,
actually out.
correct. So because when I was in college time in BTech, at that time this SQL like workbench and this all stuff were being taught for our practice like practices. So that's why I was a bit confused that is it really useful on a production based level or is it?
Not really. For any project which is a moderate or above, I mean, Workbench really starts to show its true colors. And even dbeaver is not good for large enterprise grade projects. Something like a Facebook kind of application, dbeaver will crash and cry over there. There are
Oh,
other solutions. I'm forgetting the company. There is one by Red Hat. There is a dedicated company. I think it is MySuse or something, which only creates database products for all kinds of databases. Like their products are really enterprise grade and truly like best of the bunch. That's what we use in enterprise. Not even dbeaver or something like dbeaver is fine, just fine for initial development. But once the
oh,
database scales, you will need faster, better tools. But again, those licenses do not come in cheap. I mean, there
correct,
is
correct, correct.
literally
Makes
no trial, almost like 7 days or 14 days max.
okay.
Um, Not Redis, Pranav. Redis, Postgres are different kinds of databases. What is being asked over here is more so about tools to connect to database. Redis is again a different kind of a database. It's a key value pair database. It comes under the category of NoSQL database. It's used for a different purpose, caching being one of the primary ones. Postgres is a competitor to MySQL, currently the leading relational database when it comes to the open source ecosystem. Don't be confused with the different tools that we are talking about here. The tools that we are discussing, like MySQL Workbench, or let's say dbeaver, or let's say MySQL, they will be able to connect to any kind of database, be it Postgres, Oracle, MySQL. As long as it's a relational database, you will be able to connect to them. Right? So these are different things. These are database clients per se. What you were talking about are database servers or different vendors of servers. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thanks. Thanks for this insight.
Okay. Were you guys able to import the database successfully?
Yes, sir.
New databases and examples. Okay. Yep. Anyone who faced any issues or trouble while importing, because importing is a very important step, I'll need you to then, if you're able to do for HR, I also need you to do it for classic models after the session. Okay. Not need to do it right now, but I also need you to do for classic models. And I will be now uploading the world database as well here. You can download it from here itself and you can import. So we will be using for our discussion till the end of this particular phase in SQL, we'll be using primarily three databases: classic models, HR, and world database. Mostly we will be using classic models database. It's a fairly decent great database and will cover most of our requirement. Okay. So we will be using those two databases very, very heavily. I hope I am clear. So classic models you guys can import. After you have imported, right? Let me show you a few commands. Let me just add the world database and these newer databases to the bunch directly. I think then we can move on to see where clause with few of the things. I'll be showing you the premise of what exercise you have guys have to commit or complete before the next um, session already. While before we go into the discussion using world database, right? We are doing an exploratory data analysis, EDA. Many of you might have heard of this term in analytics. Now, EDA is not only done through Python, although that's where it's mostly happening. EDA is a process. Many people try to interpret EDA as just being a Python approach. It's not the same. Like if I say analytics, does that mean that analytics can only happen with Python? No, right? Anything where you analyze the data is analytics. It's a different thing that analytics is mostly done with Python or Python based libraries these days, right? That's a norm. That's not the process. Similarly, EDA can be done with SQL also. Analytics can also be done with SQL to a great extent. We will do that as well towards the later part. I will give you larger projects on analytics using SQL. So we'll do all of that. This is EDA. We will explore the database that we have, world database, do some basic, you can say, exploratory querying on the database using the knowledge of SQL that we have so far or we will gather. First, we will do these basic categories of thing, basic data selection, use basic select statement to find the data for some columns. We will use aliases for column names. We will filter some rows with where clauses. We will use and or with where clauses, and we will use order by and limit. Okay, I will show you primarily order by and limit with where clause, and then I'll give you this exercise for you guys to work upon. Clear? And then additionally, this will be your bonus exercise. This will involve slightly more complicated operation, like using string concat function. I do not expect you guys to all to complete this second exercise, but if you go through each problem statement, it will lead you to do some Google search. By that process, you can learn a lot about built-in functions in SQL, especially string functions like concat functions, some date time functions, select distinct, some additional fringe concepts you can learn just by solving these problem statements. But the first one will be mandatory, of course, for everyone to finish these six major tasks. Okay. Uh, and these are your deliverables. And for additional practice, you can try these other things. So with that in mind, Okay. One sec, let me sync. Let's see if it is going through or not. Oh, okay. It will take a while. Let it happen in the background. So let us go to that select statement that I was telling about. So select is a part of CRUD operation. So it is uh yeah, this is the basic form of select. We know that what select star does is nothing but find all data, find all data from jobs table, right? So what I'll do is run these queries live. We will use classic models. Classic models has jobs table. Let us check. No, then I think it is HR jobs. Yes. So we'll use HR. Okay. So I will run. Yes, HR is selected. I will use select star from jobs, select run. We are able to see the output, right, guys? That these are the data present in the jobs table. So this is a basic select statement. Now what I want to do is jobs table has these 4 columns. Let's say I want to see details of jobs which pays more than $5,000. So what do I change over here? Where minimum or min salary, right, greater than 5,000. If I do that, these are the jobs or details of the jobs which pay more than $5,000 salary. Now, let's say I want to find details of jobs which pay more than 5,000 but less than 20,000. See, some jobs pay more than 20,000. I don't want them. I want jobs which pay less than 20,000. So what should I add over here? Anyone?
And
Yes. And tell me the full thing. And
maximum salary less than 20,000.
yes, maximum salary is less than 20,000. Okay. So if I do that and run the query, now I am left with the jobs with minimum salary greater than 5,000, maximum salary less than 20,000. There is a way to rephrase this as well. Okay. Let's say I am going to, just for the sake of demonstration, I am going to find jobs where minimum salary is greater than 5,000 but less than equal to 8,000. Okay. So I can write min salary less than equal to 8,000. So for those kind of jobs, these are the jobs. Okay. Now, instead of writing this, I can rewrite it using another keyword. Here I'm using AND operator where I can write min salary between 5,000 and 8,000. If I write that, same output. Okay. So there are different ways of writing the same query as well. Right? What is the difference between using between and and? Using and, you can join more than two also if you require more than two conditions. But using between, you can only have a certain range between two upper and lower value, not more than two. Okay. And I can also use OR operator. How to use OR operator? Let me show it to you with an example. So let's say, yep. So these are the jobs. Let's say I want to see all jobs. Okay, all jobs which is belonging to either, I want to see the job ID of a stock clerk and a shipping clerk, both. I don't know the job ID, I know the job title. Okay, so select, instead of star, I will write job ID from jobs where job title is equal to stock clerk Or what should I write? Or job title is equal to shipping clerk. Got it? Now, if I run this, see, I get the job ID of these two jobs. Yes or no? Now, that is the
Yes,
use of
sir.
OR operator. There is a better way of writing this query. Who can tell me?
Like,
Yep. So instead of writing such a long predicate, this is known as predicate. Anything after the where clause, I can use like operator, which is used for pattern matching. So basically, both the job titles contain the word clerk, but different words before that. So I can represent percentage clerk. But what does percentage clerk mean? Ah, there is a PU clerk as well. What is PU clerk? PU clerk, if I want to see job title, yeah, purchasing clerk. But I only want to see, okay, first of all, this is of course a better query. I had missed purchasing clerk myself. But if I write a query like this, then it is showing me all job IDs for job titles with clerk in their name. Percentage means any character before clerk, any character or characters before clerk. It can be just clerk, it can be purchasing clerk, it can be XYZ clerk, it can be ABC clerk, anything before clerk is represented as percentage. Okay. Now, if I want to see only for stock clerk and shipping clerk, what do I write? How do I change this pattern? And this here is known as a pattern. Percentage is known as a wild card character.
So can
There are
you
two.
again
Will it
tell
be like
what you exactly
S
want?
percentage?
I
So,
want to only see stock clerk and shipping clerk rows, not purchasing clerk.
sir, okay.
Simple.
S
S
percentage
percent.
clerk
Yes.
in between.
So yes. So this will match for clerk. This will match for S, then any character, and then ending with clerk. So since the purchasing clerk starts with P, this won't match that. Okay. So it's S percentage clerk. See? Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. And there is one more wildcard as well, which is underscore. So how do I show use of underscore? Let's say I want to see the job title for any job ID which looks like this, where job ID like not S percentage, S underscore. This is a bit of a tricky one. Okay. S underscore, then backslash underscore, or yeah, I can actually give S underscore clerk. Yep. So what does underscore here means? Underscore will basically mean that you are exactly denoting two characters. That between S and clerk, there are two underscores, so there will be only two characters. If I give percentage, the difference between percentage and underscore is percentage can take any number of characters. But one underscore will take any character, but only one character. Another underscore means any characters, but any two characters, not more than that. So S, T and underscore, H and underscore are represented as two characters. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
About use of like, this is like operator, and underscore and percentage are known as wildcard characters. Now, finally, let us see order by. Okay. So select. Okay. I will select all the jobs from the jobs table, and I will represent the result in increasing order of minimum salary. See, they're sorted by increasing order of minimum salary. Okay, 2000, 2500, 2500, 3000, 4000 in increasing order. So I will use select star from jobs order by the column name. I can also mention the same thing as ASC. ASC means ascending. By default, if you write order by, it is ascending only. If you want to show the highest minimum salary first, that means highest to lowest, you will have to explicitly use the keyword DESC, means highest to lowest. Okay, descending. In fact, with order by, you can also mention more than one columns. Okay, how? For example, see, multiple people have the same minimum salary. Okay, multiple people have the same minimum salary. Or let's say I will order by maximum salary, max salary, and then we will see something interesting. Okay, multiple
Username
people.
wise.
Yes, come
No,
again.
sir. Sorry. No, sir. You can continue. Sorry.
Ha. Okay, multiple people have the same maximum salary. Multiple job title, not multiple people. Okay, multiple job title. Like for example, yeah, marketing manager and purchasing manager have the same salary, but purchasing manager is appearing first, marketing manager is appearing after that. What if for the same salary I want to sort the job titles by ascending order of names? That means alphabetically, means marketing manager should come first, then purchasing manager. So order by max salary DESC, comma, job title ASC. Okay, this is known as a multi-ordering query. What this does is, see now, for the same salary now, accounting manager comes first, then financing manager. Marketing manager comes first, then purchasing manager. So what it will do is, first it will organize all the rows as per maximum salary in descending order. So all the rows will first be according to descending order of maximum salary. Then for the same maximum salary only, not for the entire table, it will organize the rows as in ascending order of job title. So it will first find out which groups have the same maximum salary, like marketing manager, purchasing manager. It will move marketing manager up because it is alphabetically coming first. So this is known as a two-level ordering or multi-ordering in case of a query. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Finally, let's say I am ordering by maximum salary in descending order. Okay. Now I just want to see the top three jobs with the top three salaries. Let's say the requirement is the management wants to see which three jobs pay the highest salary. Now here I am getting a list of all jobs. Let's say I only want to get the top three jobs. So I can write limit 3. Limit 3 means the result set. This output that you see is known as a result set technically. The result set is limited to only 3 rows. Okay, if I write limit 4, then what will be the difference?
4 rows, sir.
Yes, 4 rows. Now, let's say I want to see the second highest salary, not the first salary or third salary or fourth salary. I only want to see the second highest salary. Or let's say the third highest salary. Third highest salary. Third highest salary means 20,000. So I want to see only this row. How will you change it? For that, you will write offset to limit 1. Okay. Or limit 1, offset 2 is also something that you can write. Actually, offset will come after limit. Doesn't matter actually, but in MySQL, this is the grammar. What does offset mean? Okay, offset means ignore the first 2 rows in the output. When you order by maximum salary, you will get the entire table. Imagine that table. So in that table, ignore the first 2 rows. That's what offset is saying. Ignore the first 2 rows. Then show me the next 1 row. Next 1 row means the third highest salary. So what do I have to change in this query if I have to see the fourth highest salary or the fifth highest salary? What do I have to change?
Offset 3, 4.
Offset 3 and 4.
Respectively.
Offset 3 will show me the
4 after 4.
fourth highest salary. Correct.
4th best.
Fourth highest salary. What if I have to see fourth and fifth highest salary? Then
So limit 2.
2.
correct. Limit 2 will show me the fourth and the fifth highest salary. Good. Clear?
Yes, sir. So actually, this is again nice one because ultimately what we learned is to write inner queries and like greater than that particular highest salary and get the second highest. So this is kind of short version of it.
Short, but it has a
Sir,
shortcoming as well.
If we
The
have to, okay, if we have to find
yeah.
after skipping some values, like we have skipped this initial and now we want to skip again 2 or 3
You can't do
on
that.
order.
No.
Makes
The
sense.
For that, you will have to join. And the second thing is this has a shortcoming that when you order by maximum salary, it doesn't take distinct salary into consideration. See, both fourth and fifth highest max salary are the same. Because when you order by, there is, and if you're ordering by the whole table, there is no way to order by the distinct salaries. So what you can do here is, then you will need to use a subquery or a more complex construct. Even joins can work actually, but you will
Yes.
need to use a subquery or a join or a CTE. You can't do it with just this. If you know for a fact that all the values are unique or distinct, then you can do it, not a problem. But this doesn't always work. Okay.
Uh, but so like if we just want one data, like if we are like select job
Yes.
ID, so we can use select distinct job ID and then we can get the
No,
same,
distinct job ID will give you the job. For example, I'll show you what you
but
mean.
the same query will work, right? I mean, if we
No,
don't need everything.
no, it won't work. Why?
Okay.
So let's say I want the fifth highest salary. Okay. Fourth highest is 16,000. Fifth highest is also 16,000. Okay. So I will write limit 1, offset 3 will give, which will give me, or offset 4, which will give me the fifth highest salary. Select distinct job ID you are writing. See this. You will get account manager. If I change this to 3, you will get financial manager. But if I print the salary for both, salary for both is 16,000, because you are doing distinct on the basis of job ID, not distinct on the basis of salary. Okay. Salary won't even work here because you have to use salary. Um, sorry, salary, no, max salary.
Salary.
Uh, Even if I write distinct here with max salary, it won't work. See, financial manager, I'll change this to 4. The max salary will still remain the same. It won't give you the fifth highest. It is technically giving you the same salary because distinct is happening on job ID, not on the salary.
So what I'm telling is like if you give the limit 2 and offset the same, like limit 2 and offset 3. Yeah. So now if you run the query,
Same.
yes,
Because
okay.
again,
Okay.
because distinct is on job ID and all job IDs are anyways distinct. Distinct
Okay.
is not salary.
We cannot give distinct on max salary.
You
If we
can
try to
write,
max.
select distinct max salary. This will give you the
Oh, yeah.
fourth.
Okay.
Yeah, this will give you, but then what about the other information? You
We can
you
put it,
can't-
can we put it before the distinct? Select,
can we?
can we put before distinct? Like select job ID, comma, distinct max salary from like this?
This is wrong. Select and distinct cannot have anything in between them.
Correct.
So for that,
So
there
we
is only
can do also like distinct max salary, comma, job ID.
then again you will have the same output. Distinct max salary, comma, job ID. I'll tell you what the fault with this is also. See,
It's just taking forward and again, but it's just
why?
changing the order.
Why? This is kind of like this. It is distinct on the whole combination. And the combination of max salary and job ID is always unique. There is no repetition in that case. Got it?
Okay, it is taking the
So it is simply not possible. The short answer is with limit and offset, this is a shortcoming. It can only be overcome by using a subquery or something other than limit and offset. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, I'll pass on the exercise link to you guys. So you will have to complete this by your next session. I think even your prof will give you this exercise as a reminder. They've asked for exercises based on each session, so I'll be passing on the same one to them. And additionally, this is, as I told, bonus. For this, you will need HR database. Yep, you can complete this additionally. Clear?
Sir,
Yes.
just want to clarify one thing with you regarding the stuff. Sir, like what are we finalizing the time of class? Because actually, honestly, sir, today I was very much disappointed with the fact that I missed very important 30 minutes of mine.
I just told that to others as well. So for now, basically, it seems like the timings are, at least for the next 2 3 weeks, it's 6:30 only. But I told is initially we can delay the start a bit. We can have doubt clearing or maybe discussing any issues that you might have. And then we can start around 6:45, 50, continue from that like we did a bit extra into 7:35, 7:40
Yeah.
till we complete the concepts. Okay.
So actually,
Hello?
yeah, the reason being is because, sir, many people like actually do message me and the people because they do want to join this lecture, but due to uh, their very early timings, they are forcefully not able to, come up with you with this like live going lecture, because I honestly enjoyed the like after I joined the class, and I wanted that people also should come into this and learn, but they are kind of restricted from this, so that's why it's a very
I got it.
tricky thing. We like with the job it is very much difficult to like get this 6:30 time, so I just really want to request you, sir, if it could get started at 7 p.m. I guess more people will be connected with you with this whole classes and all.
Yeah. I am in talks. I will try to get it done. But for now, this is the slot. I'll try to get it done. Don't worry. At any point of time, I'll clarify any doubts that you guys might have. Okay.
Because sir, on day one only we decided with the 7:15, and I thought today is there, but again it got preponed and it's no issues. But again, please request from next time, sir, if there is chance, sir, please delay it by half an hour so that we can reach and start with you from like zero time.
Yeah. Sure. I'll try to get it done. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay, then. Have a good evening, everyone. See you next week.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now that was good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.